Hi, I'm Rosemary Truglio, the Senior Vice President for Curriculum and Content at Sesame Workshop, and I'm pleased to be a part of CMON's Parenting in Place program. And I was asked to talk about the uses of media and television with really young children. And first, I want to acknowledge that these are really tough times with COVID-19, and parents have a lot on their plate. They're doing quite a bit. They're parenting as well as being their child's educator, since school has moved to an online platform. And for many, they're also working from home. So television has become more in demand, so to speak, to be used as a babysitter, to help parents carve out other time that they need to focus on. And what I'm about to say is something that we've been talking about for so many years, that television can be used for good and it could be used for bad, right? There's nothing inherently wrong with television, but it's how we use it. So my advice to parents is, first, be kind to yourself and don't feel guilty if you are using media, either the regular TV platform or a digital platform, to have your child be engaged in activity, because these are really tough times. But what I do urge you to do is that when you are selecting these media choices, is to think about the content that you're putting your child in front of, because content is what matters. So I encourage you to select shows that are what we call curriculum driven. And I'm saying that because a lot of shows may be labeled educational, but the question is, what are they teaching? So when a show is designed around a very specific curriculum, such as Sesame Street's curriculum is a school readiness curriculum, it's designed to address a critical need in the lives of children. So it could be a literacy need, it could be a social emotional need, it could be a health need. The other thing that I want you to give some thought to is that just because something is interactive doesn't mean that it is educational. There are some wonderful interactive digital games that, once again, are driven by a curriculum designed to teach a particular skill, but some are just pure entertainment. So be much more selective when thinking about what program to choose. And also think about the age of your child. Make sure the program is age appropriate. And also think about the temperament of your child, right? So because some children may not benefit from a fast-paced program and need some slower paced, sweeter kinds of stories. The other thing to keep in mind is context. And I bring this up because, especially now in this time of COVID-19, parents need some downtime. And I encourage you to go back to, watching TV together or playing digital games together, because it's during those times that we're getting some downtime, but we're also getting some bonding time with our children. So maybe this is a time to find out the kinds of shows that your child is drawn to and watch with your child and talk about these shows, talk about the stories that they're watching. And I bring that up too because educational shows, the benefits of that content are enhanced when an adult watches with their child. And the reason for this is that you're talking while the show is going on. But more importantly, after the show is over, you can extend the lessons of that show. And that's what enhances the educational benefits of educational content. The other thing that I want to bring up is FaceTime and Skyping and now Zooming. And a lot of parents are concerned about the amount of time that their child is in front of the screen. First of all, we got to keep in mind the amount of time that children are in front of screens, because we want to make sure that it is done in moderation and that we know that children learn best through hands-on interactions. And we want to make sure that they're spending time off screen in engaging activities. But when you think about Zooming and FaceTime, the research has come in that even really young children are benefiting from this kind of social interaction via the screen because there's an adult next to them. So when you call grandma and grandpa or you're calling some friends, the children don't know how to interact on the screen, and you need an adult at their side, unlike playing a video game or watching a television show. So that added adult interaction is enhancing their language development, and they're thinking about a range of topics, whatever is being talked about. Now, in terms of class time, I know a lot of parents were concerned about this because sometimes their child is not interested in engaging in class time via Zoom. And that's quite okay. And I'm sure that the teachers are working with you and figuring out what can be done. Because think about it, it's not age appropriate for a child to have class time through a digital platform. And it's a very different experience. But once again, if you could be co-engaged during that lesson, that is key, because then you know what the teacher covered, and then you could, once again, extend the lesson off screen. So be kind to your child, be kind to yourself. It's all about flexibility, and be mindful of the media choices that you are exposing your child to. I hope that was helpful. So thank you so much for listening to me and spending some time and learning about how we could all help each other, especially during these stressful times. So thank you again. Bye-bye.